today we're working on this. Alright, this is a 1995 Harley Sportster 1200 that I picked up a few weeks ago. And what we're doing today is tear the air cleaner off and tear the carb apart and clean that all out, because it is running kind of shitty. No, that's not true. It's actually running pretty decently. It just doesn't want to idle. Come with me, fellas. Two reasons to put a towel or a washcloth or something down. One, it'll soak up all the gas that's going to spill out inevitably. And two, if you drop anything, it'll just bounce right off hard surfaces. This will absorb some of that shit. I think that might be a pro tip. Pro tip. Where can I put the camera now so that it will stay out of the way and I can get this shit done. Fuck, that'll work. That'll work just fucking tits, man. That one looks fine. You guys can see through it. You can see through it, I can see through it, and I'm not worried about it then. Looks mostly good. Basically all I'm trying to do is just look for garbage that could be floating around in here that could be clogging shit up. Like, there's some particles there. One more jet down there that can be difficult. You will. There we go. Yeah, I think last time I actually was in a rush and I think I skipped over this. So, you might be our culprit. Look at that. You can't see through it, can you? Because that bitch is fucking clogged. So, spray down there. Right here in front of me. Got a few. Here's a 45 from CV Performance. If I can fucking open the goddamn bitch. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna throw the 45 in there and see what it does. I'll give everything else one more good spray down. Alright. Drop that dude back in there. Get off. Just snug it up. I'll put that main jet back in. Get you in there. Drop you like so. And I am hopefully going to call that a success. Alright, let's go throw this back on the bike. guy here going. Hey yo, what's the matter you? Why ain't you screwing into that carburetor? Hey yo, hey yo, hey. We'll give him a good old snuggie. Hey, there's a snuggie for you. And there's a snuggie for you. And there's a snuggie for you. Blankets with sleeves for everybody's. Alright. There we go. It only took about a half an hour. Alright. Now I'm just going to go grab the keys for it. Try to not break the stool. Yeah, alright. Anyway, go grab the keys for the bike. I'll move the bike outside. And then, Jesus, I'm fucking everything up. And then we'll fire it up and see how it does. Hopefully thumbs up. If not, we'll just edit the video so it makes it look like it does. Just kidding. Went to start the bike and the battery was dead. So while I've got that on the dinkiest little charger I could find, I figured I'd tell you guys a little bit about the bike. So a little backstory about this bike. My dad and my brother and I are taking a trip to Tennessee in about a week. And my brother lives down in Texas, and he's not going to be able to trailer his bike to Tennessee to meet us there. So I told him he could ride my bike, and hopefully I'll remember to put a picture of that in right about now. It's a 91 Electric Glide. Anyway, I told him he could ride my bike, and I was initially going to ride my wife's bike, but I figured I'd take the opportunity to find another project bike to flip. So I started searching Craigslist, and I found this one in Grand Rapids, and they had it posted for $2,500 bucks. But it had been sitting for about 5 years. It didn't run, and it had the most pink paint job I've ever seen on a bike. I said to myself, fuck it, and I sent him a text, and the very first message I sent the guy was, would you take $1,500 bucks for the bike? And keep in mind, they were asking $25 for it, so I figured they'd be like, no, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here. And to my shock, he was like, yeah, that's what my wife said her bottom dollar is on the bike, so yeah, we'll do it. So I said, well, cool, I'll be there this afternoon to pick it up. And all that was wrong with it was they lost the key to the ignition, so they bought a new one and never wired it up, and that was just these 3 wires right there, just had to be spliced together. And once we did that, it pretty much fired right up, just had to charge the battery. The battery has an issue, it doesn't like to hold charge, and I'm sure at some point I'll probably break down and buy a new battery, but I'll do that when it's absolutely necessary. As long as you are starting it every day and running it, it's fine, but if it sits for more than a day or two, it'll just drain. So we went, picked the bike up from Grand Rapids, brought it back, wired up the ignition. I went through the carb the first time, but I was, like I said before, I was in a little bit of a hurry, so I missed some things. Once we had it to where it would fire up and run, and I put some miles on it, we tore it apart and just fogged everything black. Pretty much the only things I had to buy for it were paint, header wrap, I bought some new mirrors, and these Biltwell grips. The bars and the fairing I had laying around off of FXR that I had a couple of years ago. Aside from that, $1,500 bucks for a running Sportster. Oh no, I take that back. I did buy the seat too. This is a Mustang fastback seat, and that was like $280, I think. So that was the most expensive thing I had to buy for it. Aside from that, it was like $20 for the header wrap, $18 for the grips, and like another $20 for the mirrors. So I think like all in, I've got like a little less than $1,900 bucks into a running Sportster. So now we'll just wait for the battery to charge and come back and fire it up and see if cleaning that carb made any difference at all. I'm pretty sure that that'll have taken care of all the issues with it. Like I said, I was just in a hurry the last time I cleaned it out, and I completely missed that pilot jet, or secondary jet, or slow jet, or whatever you want to call it. But I completely skipped over it the last time, so so I'm pretty sure that'll take care of all those issues. So we'll come back when the battery's charged. Alright, it's been fuck, how long has it been? About an hour, give or take. So let's see if she'll fire up. The choke came off. The choke came off. Whatever. Fuck it. Just fuck it. I gotta take a step back so you guys can hear me. So we're gonna let the bike warm up a bit, and then I'll turn the choke off and we'll see how it idles, and if everything seems good we might take it down the road and see how she does then. Alright, so yeah, it sounds like it's doing a whole lot better. I haven't tweaked the carburetor at all yet. It's idling great. Before it would idle for a minute or two and then it would die, and it would backfire through the carb a lot, which it's not doing now. Can you guys see me in the sun at all? It seems to be doing really good right now, so I'm probably going to mount the camera on the handlebars, and we'll see how she does. Alright, so the bike ran really well actually. Went through all the gears, just about half a mile down the road or so, and turned around, went through all the gears. When you let off the throttle it doesn't pop anymore. I keep forgetting to have the sun point at me so you guys can see me. I'd say that actually fixed everything that's wrong with it. When idle it doesn't backfire through the carb anymore. And but yeah, I'd say that took care of everything. Bike seems to be doing great. Now it's just a matter of getting it down to Tennessee to enjoy that ride. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up or don't. Take care. Have a great day.